my name is Kayla Fountain, and I am a CPA in California, a little north of the Los Angeles area. And this tool that I've used in the past, created by an accounting software company called Floqast, the company has actually produced a YouTube series in the style of The Office based on accountants. And I believe it's based in California, so I feel like I'm uniquely qualified to, react to it. I want to share some commentary with some accounting peeps. So we'll see if we can determine the accuracy from my point of view, at least. All right, so let's get started. The show is called PBC, and you can find it on Floqast's YouTube channel. Alrighty, so I did watch the first 2 minutes, and already it was relatable. And, I work from home, and my husband is not an accountant. So I was like, oh, I wish I could just, watch it with someone or have a place to put my commentary. So this is that for me. All right, so I'm going to press play. I'm not going to include the full clips, just what I, found noteworthy. Okay.
Got me all nervous. Did not put on deodorant this morning. I did. Hi, my name is Sarah. I'm a CPA, Certified Public Accountant. For the last 2 years, I've been working in audit, where you form an opinion on a financial statement to make sure that it's fair and in conformity with general accounting principles accepted in the United States of America.
So that's funny because that is the literal definition of financial statement auditing. And that's in a very accountant-like description, because we have to have certain verbiage in our audit reports, and people don't deviate from it. So
it's kind of like those cop movies where internal affairs comes into a shady precinct to sniff out a dirty cop. When an auditor finds fraud, that means someone's going to prison. Well, white-collar prison.
So I want to go back to when she's talking about, like, you're an investigator and find fraud. I haven't felt this way so much with financial statement audits, but when I audited income tax returns for a state government, I really felt that way. Not that I caught anything in my time there, but it is kind of like sleuth-like.
Friendly farewell email on your last day, but as a kind of rage therapy, I decided to write a version of my drafts that's more how I really feel. While I won't miss dinner at my desk or leaving at 11 p.m. every night.
Okay, so the content of her email kind of hit on a couple of points, and it's kind of a well-known dynamic in the accounting industry is, Big Four accounting firm. That is what, at least from what I've heard, the employees do, is they eat at their desk, they work all the time, the wages aren't that good. So although I've never personally worked at a Big Four public accounting firm, this is true to what they say, so to speak. I mean, there's a lot of people in the accounting that know people from the Big Four. So this is what they say. And kind of a strategic career move is to go to the Big Four, and then your options in the job market after leaving the Big Four are broad, because a lot of private firms like that experience because they know you've been trained really well. So let's continue here.
Good! Oh. Sorry. Did I just send that? No.
Okay, so pro tip, if you're going to use email to, write an angry letter, as they say, for, what does she call it? Rage therapy. Pro tip, put the recipients last. The last thing you do on the email. Because, you can't send the email without a recipient. So there's no reason why you need to put the recipient first. Edit the subject line, edit the body of the email, and only put the recipient in when you are ready to send that email. If you're ever ready. I mean, if it was always going to stay in her drafts, why did she put a recipient? We don't know. So it was interesting in the intro how they switched it up as far as hierarchy, because usually it's controller, accounting manager, senior accountant, staff accountant, junior accountant. So I think that was an interesting play on dynamic. Maybe there was another reason. But yeah, I thought that was interesting because in the accounting world, people are very cognizant of, title and hierarchy. So it looks like the main character here is Sarah, who is a senior accountant.
It's 9 o'clock. Ready to rock?
Let's shred.
Whoa! Sarah Shred.
This is funny because for whatever reason, like cool people in the accounting world like to refer to themselves or their colleagues as rock stars. I don't know exactly where that came from, but it's an interesting comparison, rock and accounting.
Being a woman in a male-dominated work environment is incredibly hard. We are making progress, though. One time, I convinced Dave that him opening the door for me is essentially the same as grabbing ass. He postmated me sweet green salads for a month so I wouldn't tell HR.
So this is interesting because the statistics that I've researched are that the majority of accountants in general are female. But actually, the majority of accountants in leadership are male. So I think Michaela is referring to the latter statistic.
Oh, that's fun. A little office pool. What do you lose, $10?
10 G's, actually. Yeah. No, I did not just drop $10,000 in an office pool. But it doesn't matter if I didn't drop 10 grand or not, because now the new girl thinks I have 10 grand to just blow on a water jug bet. We head back to my place in Malibu, which I definitely didn't just Airbnb that afternoon. And she's like, oh my God, look at all this priceless art.
This is funny because I think he's talking about taking Sarah on a date, right? She's an auditor. So one of the principles of audit is, net worth calculations where you go back in reverse and see, how did they, at least for tax audit, how did they afford this lifestyle when this is the income that they report? So, I think she'd either very easily find out his lie or suspect him of stealing from the company or something.
It's all about balance in accounting, you know what I mean?
Well, I just try to be audit I can be.
No, none of that. This is a pun-free zone.
I like that pun. I will probably use that in the future.
Yo, Khalil, what's up, brody? Yo, please Venmo me that 20. I need it. I'm dead ass.
Oh,
Okay, so he's already breaking his facade that he, can throw away 10 grand by being pressed on $20.
I got the
Well,
ball.
what color's the ball?
Ball's orange.
Orange ball.
So one of the perks of being a boss is that I get to enjoy the fact that everyone is afraid of me. They go to great lengths to prove themselves. Exhibit A, right behind me.
So one, I feel like that is an actual team building exercise that they're using here for the improv. And two, terrible quality to have in a leader, that you enjoy, that people get flustered around you. In my opinion, that's leading with fear.
Also, these 25 more requests came in, and they need to be done before the audit tomorrow. I hope that you can handle that. I'm sure you can. Oh, but on the good news side, you get to pick dinner because you're the newbie. Isn't that exciting? Thank you so much, Sarah.
So this is funny. This actually has happened to me at a prior job, when I wasn't working for myself, where I started at a private company in the accounting department. It was just me and the controller. And when I started, it was like, oh yeah, we need to have this done by this week. And it was like Friday. So I literally spent 80 hours on requests just because they stockpiled it up for when I started, which is terrible footing to get off on.
Thank you so much, Sarah, and welcome to the team.
I think it's really authentic Mexican.
It never is.
Okay, so that's the end. And my overall critique is that it was very accurate to LA, office life in LA, accounting life in LA. It was very accurate, very funny. I am looking forward to watching more episodes. I see at least 4. So if you liked watching it with me, let me know and I'll react to the other episodes. But this was fun. The Office style humor is very funny to me. It's like one of my favorite. So I'm really excited to see that accountants are interesting enough to get their own show. I mean, I think we are. And yeah, very good overall representation of the different types of personalities in accounting. My one critique is that the accountants are slightly more laid back than anyone that I've come into contact with. Even in LA, accountants can be a little uptight or a little more serious. But yeah, for entertaining show quality purposes, there needs to be, obviously some diversity and personality. So yeah, I'm looking forward to episode 2. So thank you for watching with me if you made it this far. Bye.